Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Man, we have a lot to talk about in today's video. There is a lot that went on today. As a matter of fact, at the time of the recording of this video, the market is plunging once again. As a matter of fact, the S&P 500 has hit 3,500 again. Yes, folks, it's getting scary out here. We in scary hours. But first of all, let me go ahead and bring this ridiculous tweet up by Gary Black. I mean, seriously, guys. What the heck is Gary Black talking about? Gary Black in his tweet says Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester hawkish comments are being blamed for this afternoon's market drop. What in God's name are you reading, son? That's just downright false. This market drop ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn Loretta Mester, okay? Let's go ahead and get into what's really happening. Here's what really happened. So I saw it when it happened live. The reason why the market is dropping is actually because of the comments that were made by the Bank of England's governor, Andrew Bailey. That's what really happened. So this is what's really going on. It says right here, Bank of England's Andrew Bailey says that there is a window of opportunity for pension funds to rebalance. Okay. Bailey also said, message to pension funds is you have 3 days left to get this done. He's basically saying that the emergency intervention in the bond markets will come to an end on Friday. I'm sure most of you guys know the Bank of England ended up pivoting and started doing quantitative easing in order to support the markets, and that's coming to an end. So they're pivoting again. And this immediately sent the British pound plummeting, as well as US stocks. Stocks absolutely plummeted as well. I literally saw this in real time. Like, you just saw this gigantic drop after these comments, which you guys know where that came from. That was the robots that were selling. And so, yeah, they are ending the pivot by Friday. In other news, you have more bad news coming out from the IMF, which stands for the International Monetary Fund. They downgraded GDP outlook for 2023, and they actually warn that the worst is yet to come. Now, if you take those comments mixed with what Jamie Dimon said and all these other economists and, you know, that guy Drunken Miller, who's like a billionaire trader and all that, what does that tell you guys? Well, it tells us what I have already been saying. 2023 could actually end up being just as bad as 2022. So be ready for that. JP Morgan had a comment regarding the CPI that comes out this Friday, which, by the way, guys, don't forget, Wednesday is going to be interesting, but Thursday is going to be really interesting because Wednesday, you got the PPI, okay? But that's nowhere near as big as the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. That's nowhere near as big. So Wednesday, who knows what you'll expect Wednesday, but Thursday is when you're going to get that big move, and JP Morgan is actually saying the same thing. We're going to get a big move either direction, in my opinion, and JP Morgan is saying the same thing. JP Morgan says that any headline inflation reading above 8.3% would put pressure on the S&P 500, and it would put stocks at risk of a 5% down day, which means they're predicting that if S&P 5, that if inflation, if CPI comes in at 8.3% or higher, they're predicting that the S&P 500 will drop by 5% in one day. That's insane. They're also predicting the complete opposite if inflation actually seems to be slowing down. So if CPI ends up coming in below 7.9%, they actually think that the S&P 500 could jump 2%. Now, the funny part is this isn't really saying anything because we kind of already know this, but it's just interesting that they like to put these words out, you know, and I mean, it's true, it's right, but it's like, yeah, duh. I mean, if inflation goes up, okay, bad. If inflation goes down, okay, good. Like, that's basically all they're saying. But I just thought I'd read that to you guys because it's JP Morgan. They have all the credibility. Now, this story is actually pretty funny, but this is politics, folks. The United States reportedly today asked Saudi Arabia to delay OPEC Plus's oil production cut by 1 month. And Saudi Arabia came back and said, no, because we believe that you're doing it for political purposes. Now, there's no doubt that they're absolutely doing it for political purposes because the midterm election is next month. So they want them to delay it by 1 month just in time, just right after the election happens so they can win. Because let's be honest, one thing we know about politics is they don't want high gas prices right before the election. That's not going to bode too well for the Democrats. So it's just funny that they're literally doing it for that reason. And they're not even hiding it. And Saudi Arabia knows it. And Saudi Arabia's like, yeah, no, we don't give a crap about your bloody elections. It's crazy how politics works, isn't it, guys? So now where do we go from here? Well, this is going to be an extremely volatile week, folks. There's absolutely no doubt about it. As I said again, you got PPI, you got Fed minutes also that come out. And then you also have CPI and bank earnings. So, again, it's going to be a crazy volatile week. We did actually close above the 200-week moving average. Remember, I talked to you guys about this on my videos. The S&P closed at 3,588. The 200-week moving average is 3,585. That's a good sign for now. But honestly, the way things have been going, especially with the shocking news we got from the Bank of England's governor, who's basically pulling a Jerome Powell. Literally, he's basically doing. Jerome Powell has done this before. This is literally a Jerome Powell he's pulling. But yeah, with that news coming on, and then God knows what else is going to happen this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see the markets go lower this week. I'm just telling you guys. I just wouldn't be surprised. And once again, I want to reiterate that I am still bearish, and I still think that the trend is bearish overall for the market. So just to keep you guys updated, again, what does that say about these insane YouTubers who had you guys buy? You know what? Never mind. I'm tired of talking about them. There you guys have it. That'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.